Good morning, everybody, and welcome. I'm so happy to be here this morning and to talk about mindset. What a deep topic to talk about the mindset. And I'm going to focus today in what is mindset and why our mindset can um, prevent us from achieving our goals or be in our way from achieving our goals. And I'm gonna leave today giving you a little tip, something that you can apply and put in practice right away after this live video. If you have questions, comments, please put it below. I'm on Facebook, I'm on Instagram, and I will answer your questions after I'm done with the video. And I'm Elena Rivera Galaz. I'm a nutrition coach, personal trainer, and master health coach. And I help my clients to build a plan that gives them long-term results without dieting, without starving themselves, and without exercising for hours with nutrition and behavior change. And I coach one-on-one, and soon I'm gonna launch my group online coaching. I'm super excited about that. And let me know if you have any questions. So let's start. I want to make it today short and sweet. And I know that this topic about mindset, we could be here talking for weeks, and maybe I'm going to add some more information for you because I want to give you information. I'm going to give you tips that are easy to apply, simple, and can be helpful for you, or things to maybe you haven't thought about that before. And mindset. Okay, let's start with for what is a mindset? So mindset is the set of beliefs that shape how you make sense of the world and yourself. Influences how you think, how you feel, how you behave in any given situation. I'm gonna say it again, okay? Because I think this is important. Mindset is the set of beliefs that shape how you make sense of the world and yourself, influences how you feel, how you think, how you behave in any given situation. And we categorize two types of mindset: growth mindset and a fixed mindset. If you haven't heard of that before, a growth mindset is that mindset that feels like um, if there is a challenge, see that challenge as an opportunity to grow. If there is something new to learn, it's exciting. It's excited about that. A growth mindset thinks and feel like if I can, my abilities are unlimited. If I put in some effort little by little, I can do anything. That's some of the what categorize a growth mindset. Fixed mindset, on the other hand, is more like, oh, if there is a challenge, I don't like it. I don't even gonna try it because I'm not good at this. My abilities are limited. If somebody gives me feedback, yes, it's because I see that as a critic, as something negative. Um, I don't like to be challenged. I don't like to try new things, and those are some of the aspects of the fixed mindset. But I brought some examples on these papers to make these things a little bit simpler and easier to understand. Okay, are you with me? Okay, bear with me. Let's see some examples of a fixed mindset. A fixed mindset, let's see. Failure is the limit of my abilities. Another example of fixed mindset is I don't like to be challenged. Let's see if you can relate with any of this. I can tell you. My potential is predetermined. Determined. Ooh, my English. Ah! When I'm frustrated, I give up. Another example of a fixed mindset is I stick to what I know. I can relate to so many of these ones. I'm talking to you, but oh my gosh, I'm talking to myself. I can either do it or I can't. Another one, my abilities are unchanging. I have what I have. and I can have any more. I'm either good at it or I am not. And another one, failure is the limit of my abilities. Can you relate with this fixed mindset? We all have some, depending on the circumstances, we can have some of that fixed mindset and growth mindset. Let's see some examples of a growth mindset, right? Because I think we all want to have this growth mindset. Let's see some examples. So, the first one that I have, I can learn to do anything I want. You think that if you can put some effort every day, you can learn to do anything that you want. Another example, let me throw that one, is failure is an opportunity to grow, to learn from something that maybe didn't go the way that I wanted, but what did I learn from that? Growth mindset. Let's let's work on that. My effort and attitude determine my ability. Again, if I have the right attitude, if I can keep with consistency and a little effort, that is going to determine my ability. I like to try new things. Yes, let's try new things with that attitude. I am inspired by the success of others. How do you see others when they are successful and maybe in something that you really, really want to be successful? Are you inspired or do you feel down when you see somebody else be successful? Challenges help me grow. This is a big one. When there is a challenge, something that is hard, that is not easy, thinking about this is going to help me to grow. So, how can this growth mindset or fixed mindset can affect my for achieving goals? I'm going to give you an example related with nutrition, but this can apply to anything in your life. So let's say you want to lose 50 pounds, okay? And you have set a goal that you are going to start working out this week, maybe starting on Monday, and then Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, let's say. And then you put all your energy, your effort to go to the gym, to lose weight. And after working hard, after a month you weigh yourself and you see that you lost maybe 1 pound or two, and you feel like sore and discouraged, and you start thinking, see, I can do this. This is too much for me. I'm gonna be this way my whole life. I cannot get healthier. I cannot get, I cannot lose weight. And then you see somebody that in a month lost 10 pounds, 15 pounds, and you start comparing yourself. You don't feel inspired by that person that has been successful. You feel like, see, I'm a failure, I'm limited, I'm proving myself that I can do that. And then you decide to, this is not working, I give up. And the thing is, it didn't work because you couldn't. It didn't work because you believed that you couldn't do it. So if you have a growth mindset saying, like, okay, this is progress. I lost 1 pound, 2 pounds, but I've been doing the right things. So if I keep doing these right things, sooner or later, I'm going to get there. If I can put a little effort every day, ditching that dieting mentality, that's another thing. I don't want to talk about that today. If you keep going, if you take a challenge and growing and learning and looking back and saying, okay, what can I do this month that 1% more or different to keep seeing results? Not only on the scale, okay? But this is a nutrition example. We can apply this growth mindset in any given situation. And before I go, I'm going to give you one tool that you can start using and applying this week, okay? It's called Notice and Name. Starting without changing anything, noticing your patterns, how you think, and how the way that you think, how it's affecting how you feel and how you behave. Like, for instance, just noticing, start opening your mind and saying, okay, I'm going to start. I notice that every time I talk with this person, I feel super anxious, or noticing, and this is an example that I use with my clients very often, like noticing when the cravings come, okay? Stop, and notice and ask yourself, okay, I'm craving this specific food. And ask yourself, am I hungry? And check, okay, I had my breakfast an hour ago and I have a good breakfast. I had enough. I was very satisfied. What else can be happen? Maybe I'm anxious. Maybe it's not real hunger. Maybe I'm anxious. I'm worried. Maybe this morning somebody said something that I felt, discouraged or negative about myself. Okay. I noticed that it's not hungry. I noticed that I'm anxious or I am worried about money or I have a discussion with my partner. See, start noticing and naming what's going on. And then the next step that, but I don't want you to make any changes this week. Just notice and name how you feel, how you think, and if you are thinking something negatively, positive, or just notice what's going on around and name it. And the next step will be, okay, I'm gonna wait. This is not real hunger. I'm gonna grab a glass of water or a cup of tea. I'm gonna distract myself with something else. If in after a few minutes I'm still hungry, I'm gonna have that snack or whatever I decided. So practice this week the notice and name. Notice around you your way of thinking, how you feel, how you behave, and how is this that affecting the choices that you are making. So this is what I have for today. Mindset is something that, like I said, we can be talking hours, weeks about that, but I want to give you just a little piece of about what mindset is and why it can uh, preventing from achieving our goals. And honestly, I don't think that most of the time we can be our worst enemies. Most of the time, the food is not the problem, or the lack of motivation, or we're in a struggle. It's not this environment, the stress. Usually, I think the struggle is here is our mindset, the way that we are thinking, or the beliefs that we are creating that shape how we make sense of the world or ourselves. This is Elena Rivera Galaz, and if you want to contact me, I'm going to put my website, perfectforme.com. I coach clients on nutrition and exercise and behavior change. And I'm going to give you the link for my free resources where I'm giving you tips on how to start losing weight. And also, I added another free resource about a meal prep and also snacks that you can eat 30-60 minutes before working out or 2-3 hours before working out to fuel your workouts. Grab my free resources, use them, and let me know if what you think. See you next time and have a wonderful weekend. Bye.